The number one question we get is certainly which theme worked best with Elementor. This week we decided to take one of the most popular free themes in WordPress, Zerif Lite. Just for kicks, we decided to recreate the new Nokia 3310 website using the free Zerif Lite and the Elementor page builder. This is how the original website of Nokia 3310 looks like. So I'll go to my website, to the customizer, and under site identity I'll change the logo to the Nokia logo. Just save it, and I'll go to the dashboard. I'll open a new page. Let's call it Nokia 3310. Under page attribute, I'll change the templates to full with no title. Save it as a draft. Click on Edit with Elementor. So I'll open a new section with two columns. To the left column, I'll drag a heading element. I'll just change the text. And under style, I will increase a bit the font size to 30. Great. So below it, I will drag another heading element. And under style, again, I will increase the font size, this time to something bigger. To the right column, I will drag an image widget. I'll pick the Nokia device widget image, and I'll change the size to full. So this is the time to change the background of the section. I'll pick an orange color, and I'll switch it to stretch. So now I'll play a bit with the margin and the padding of this section, a bit padding below. Great. And this is the time to change the color of the text to white. This text also. Right. Now I'll play a bit with the size of the columns to decrease the font device, and I'll add a margin minus. So now the background will be splitted between orange to white. A bit more padding above the text, and this looks fantastic. Below it, I will add a new section with two columns. I'll just add padding. And inside, I will drag a heading element again. Let's switch to the Nokia website. Okay, I'll copy the text. Let's paste it inside. I'll change the tag to smaller h3, and I'll play with the font size. Oh, yes. Below it, we have the bullets. So I'll copy it again. I'll drag a text editor widget. I'll paste the text inside. Let's set it as a bullet. So we have here original editor. Text editor, right? And I will play a bit with the typography. Let's add, maybe I'll change the weight. No, this is better. And I'll add line height to get a clean results, right? Okay, below it we have the price and the text and the button. So I'll copy it and just duplicate the heading, and I'll change the text to 49 euro. It's very cheap. Below it, I will drag a column widget because I want to separate it. So I'll set it as a no gap. Now it's aligned to the text. And on the left column, I dragged a heading element, and I'll just play with the typography again. Maybe I'll play a bit with the size of the column. Yes. Right. On the right column, I'll drag a button. Let's change it to sign up. I'll increase a bit the button size to medium, and I'll change the alignment to center. Under style, I'll set the border radius as 0, and I'll change the background to white, and I'll add a border, the blue border. The text also is set in blue. Okay, now we need the, let's just align the text to the center, the middle. And we need to add a hover to the button. So I'll go to the hover tab and I'll change the background to blue. And now we have right hover to the button. Great. Below it, we need to add another section. This is the section, the gray section. So I'll add a new section with 2 columns. To the left section, we need a heading. Before I will add a padding to the section. And inside, let's set the background as a gray. Maybe switch it to full width. Right. So I drag a heading element. I paste the text inside. Let's change the typography a bit. Go to style. Switch to medium weight and uppercase. Maybe the font size 20. Oops. Okay. Below it, we need another heading element. This is the place for the main title. And I will increase the font size. Oh, this looks better. Below it, we have the paragraph of the description of the device. So I'll just copy it and I'll drag a text editor below the title. Let's paste the original text and I'll play with the typography to get the right results. Bit of line height, yes. Right, now I need a button, so I'll just duplicate the previous button, I'll align it to the left and change the text to watch video. As you can see, we have a background, a white background, so I will just play with the opacity and we have a transparency background. To the right column, I'll drag an image widget and inside I'll just pick the image of the devices. Now I'll go to the section, I'll change to full width section and I will set the column padding as a percentage. So it will be more responsive to any device. And I'll decrease a bit the column to get the right results, something like 30 percentage, right. To the background, this is a trick. I'll set a minus margin again. So now the device will be splitted on the preview. Below it, we need another section. First, I'll play with the padding as I did before. I set the image on the backgrounds, change it to cover, position center. I'll set a mean height of something like 700 pixels, 740, and I'll switch it to full width. I just duplicate it because we have another section like this. So I'll go to section, under style background, I'll just change the image background, right? The next sections are pretty similar, so I'll show it in fast forward and I'll give you tips by the way. I open a new section, I set a padding above and below, we'll drag inside heading elements, I change the text, set the alignment to center, change the font size, below it another heading element, again font size, copy, paste, duplicate. By the way, you can just save the section to the template library and reuse it again and just change the text. It will save you a lot of time. Okay, I'll duplicate the original section, I'll change the order, I'll change the background image, I'll duplicate this section also, change the order again. Below it we have the snake section, so I'll just change the text, copy the original text, paste it inside. Below it I will open a new section, I'll drag inside an image widget. Below it we have another section, so I'll copy the text, I'll duplicate the section, I'll change the text inside. Below it, I see that I need to expand the width of the section, so I'll go to the section setting and change the content width of the section. Below it we have another section with background image. I'll set the position to center and cover, and set it as stretch. Change the min height of the section to 740 pixels. Our next section is divided to 3 columns. On the main section, and on the center column, we have the device image, and to the left and right, we have 2 text widgets. So let's place it. The details. Just change the typography, the weight to medium, and change to uppercase. Below it, I'll drag another heading element. Center it, Nokia 3310. I'll increase the font size to 46, and below it again text editor. No, this time I will add a new section with 3 columns. To the center column I will pick an image, the image of the device. To the left and the right I need a text, so I'll just duplicate the original because they have the same typography. I'll just change the text itself outside, and below it I will drag a text editor. I'll paste the text that I copied before, and I'll go to style, typography, and I play with the font size and the line height to get the right result. Okay, now I'll duplicate it to the right column because it looks similar. I'll just change the text to inside, and I'll go to the website to copy the details itself. Let's duplicate the paragraph. Maybe I'll change a bit the font size before. Okay, less line height. Okay, now it looks better. I'll duplicate it, place it below, oops, and I'll paste the text inside. Right. Now I need the space between the columns, so I'll go to the column setting. Under padding, I'll add top of 90 pixels, and then the right 50, and to the right column I'll do the same. So I'll set the padding to the left and to the top. Okay, below it we have a blue section with headings and form. So maybe I need spacing below this section, so I'll go to this section advanced. I'll add button padding. So I'll add new section, this time 1 column section. I'll go to style. Under style I'll set the background as blue. Right, and under advanced I will add a padding above and below this section. Inside I'll drag a heading element, center it. So we have here a few paragraphs, so I'll just put the text inside. I'll play with the few parameters to get sign up, change the color to white. Typography, the weight to medium and uppercase again, and below it I will drag another heading. I'll paste inside the text. I'll go to style, change the font size and the color itself. Right, now I'll go to section, and under column width I will decrease the size of the section. 500 is not enough, so I'll change it to 400. Okay, set the text to alignment to the center, and below it we have another heading. So I'll just copy the text, drag inside another heading element, paste the text, center, change the color to white and the font size something smaller, like 18, 19, 20, and below it I'll search on the panel to the form, So I'll disable the labels and I'll change the fields. So we need first name and last name. So I'll change the placeholder to first name, and I'll duplicate the field, and I'll change the placeholder to the last name, and I'll change the column width of the field to 50%. So now I have two fields in the same row. Below it, I'll change the size of the inputs to medium. To the email, I'll decrease to 75%. Let's change the placeholder, and let's go to the submit button. I'll change the text to sign up, and I'll go to the column width and I'll decrease it. Oops, it's okay. Now it looks better. Under style, I'll go to the fields and I'll set the border radius as 0, and I'll go to the button setting and I'll change the style to get a ghost button design. So I'll change the background to 0 and I'll add a border, 1 pixel border. Let's set the color as white. Right. Now we need another heading, so I'll just duplicate it. Paste the text inside. Oops. Okay, now it's better. And to the previous heading, I'll just add a padding above and below to get spacing between. And it looks very similar. Below it, we have this section with 3 devices, the 3 new devices. So I'll just copy the heading and I'll put it inside. Let's add padding above 120 and below and inside. I'll just duplicate, I think the previous heading it has the same typography. I just need to change the text and the color, of course. So I'll remove the color, yes, and I'll change the text to still looking. Below it, I'll drag a heading element. I'll just paste the text, set the font size to 46 and alignment center. And below it, I will add a new section with 3 columns, and inside I will use the fleebox. So I'll drag fleebox inside and I'll just remove the old text, the old placeholders, and I'll set the background with the image of the device. So I'll pick the right image, yes it is, and I'll change the position to center and the size of the image as cover. Now under setting, I will change the effect to fade, and the height of the widget to be more squared. Okay. Now I'll go to the side B, to the back of the fleebox. I'll just remove the placeholder text again. And under the background tab, I will set a different image. So now when I move with the mouse over the widget, I will get the effect of the fade. Let's duplicate it. We need 3 different devices, and I'll change the images to another devices, the side A and the background size. Right. Now we'll go to the third, the background, pick the image, go to back, the background, again, pick the right image and set it. Right. Below it, we need, it works perfect. Below it, I'll drag a heading element, just copy the text. So the first we have the name of the device is Nokia 3, and we change the font size, and I'll duplicate the heading element and I'll paste inside the text. I'll just change the font size, decrease it 18, yes, and I'll set a minus margin because I don't need the space between the headings. Okay, now I'll duplicate it again, and the descriptor also, and to the third column again, and I'll duplicate the descriptor, put it inside. I'll just change the text of the device to Nokia 5 and Nokia 6, and actually this is it. Now I'll show you how to improve the design by using the new Elementor's shape divider feature. So I'll go to section, under style, you will find the shape divider. I have a list with about 18 different shapes. I can play with the width and the height. Maybe I'll choose the tilt, a different shape. I can flip the side of the shape, but I think that I will choose the waves. Now I'll play with the size of the shape a bit, the height, the width. It's a deeper shape. I'll flip the side. Now it looks perfect. Because the wave, I will reduce the margin that I set for the image. So I change it to 100 minus margin, and it looks perfect. Now I'll scroll down maybe to another section, and I choose this section. I'll go to style, under style, shape divider, bottom, and I'll choose the waves again. And as you can see, I have a white color here, so I'll set it as a yellow like the background of the other section, and I'll play with the wave. We can create amazing things and very cool design, young design, and just play with the width and the height. You can change the range between devices, so in mobile it looks better also. Now to the end of this section, between those sections, I'll set also, but this time to the top shape divider, and I'll set the color as yellow also, and I'll play with the width of the shape to create a smooth direction of the wave. So I very like it. Below it, I'll just add more padding here. In my opinion, it will look better. In this section, I will choose also the shape divider, but I think the wave looks good, but it's too much wave, so I will change it to curve. So I'll set it as an invert, and I'll play with the weight and the height of the curve. I think to this section I will set also the curve, so I'll go to style, shape divider, curve. I'll just play with the numbers as I did before and change the invert. To this section, I will do something different. I will add the shape divider to the bottom, to the blue section. So I'll go to shape divider, top, wave, and I'll increase the height of the shape and the weight also, but I'll add more padding above the text, between the shape to the text, because I want to do something unique. So I'll go to advanced and I'll add more padding to the top. Now I'll go to the margin and I'll put a negative margin, so the shape will be behind the device, and I think it's very cool design, the results. Maybe I'll increase a bit. Oh, it's better. So this is it. It's very cool feature, the shape divider, and with the shape divider you can improve any design and give it a look, a young look and modern look, and I hope you will enjoy this feature also. As you can see, it's very easy to design with Elementor Page Builder, even with free theme like Zerif Lite. I hope you've enjoyed this video. For more videos and tutorials, subscribe our YouTube channel. See you next time.